Imagine you're out on the field playing a really tough sport. The game is moving fast, you're exhausted, and the coach is shouting out complex plays from the sidelines that you just don't fully understand. When you're lost like that, you usually look for the team captain. This is that older, more experienced player who steps up, figures out the coach's plan, and speaks to the coach on behalf of the whole team. This diagram shows a biblical role called the high priest. Like a team captain, the high priest sits in the middle, carrying messages between the people below and God above. Since they were regular people, they had weaknesses, just like everyone else. Because the high priest messed up sometimes too, he knew exactly how hard it was to follow the rules. That meant he could be gentle and patient when other people went the wrong way. You couldn't just decide to take this job yourself. A person had to be specifically called by God to do it, just like a man named Aaron was chosen a long time ago. God created this role so humans would always have someone who truly understood their struggles to stand up and speak for them. The book of Hebrews explains that Jesus is the one filling that team captain role for us today. God specifically appointed Jesus to this position, calling him his own son and a priest who would lead forever. But that brings up a fair question. If Jesus is the Son of God, how can he actually relate to you when you're having a terrible, frustrating day and feel like giving up? While Jesus lived on earth, he faced the same hard stuff we do. He prayed to God with loud cries and real tears, asking for help when things got difficult. Because Jesus lived through those human struggles and had to learn how to keep going even when it hurt, he is the bridge we need. He knows exactly what it feels like to be in our shoes. So imagine having the best team captain ever. He knows the playbook, and he knows exactly how tired you feel. But then, the players on the team simply refuse to practice or even listen to him. Halfway through explaining this, the writer of Hebrews stops and gets very frustrated with the people he's writing to. He says there is so much more he wants to teach them about Jesus, but it's too hard to explain because they've stopped trying to understand. They've been part of the team for so long, they should be the ones teaching others by now. Instead, they've become so lazy that someone has to go back and teach them the very first things a beginner should know. Having a great captain doesn't help much if the players refuse to grow up and learn the plays. To explain what's happening, the writer uses a comparison. He says it's like the difference between a baby who only drinks milk and a growing kid who needs a big, healthy meal. The milk stands for the very first basic things you learn about God. It's great for a beginner, just like milk is great for a baby, but you can't stay a baby forever. If you're older and still only drinking milk, you won't have the energy to play or the strength to build real muscle. You need solid food. That solid food is what happens when you start growing up in your faith. It means moving past the easy stuff and actually putting the things you've learned into action. You don't get strong just by sitting there. Eating this spiritual solid food takes constant practice and training your mind every single day. As the diagram shows, all that training has a specific goal. It helps you tell the difference between what is good and what is bad, so you can make the right choices when things get confusing. It's time to put away the baby bottle. We must choose solid food by practicing good habits and learning more every day. Jesus did the hard work of being our captain, and now it's our turn to do the work of growing up. We need to keep training and keep learning so we don't get stuck as beginners forever.